Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I would like to start this video by saying a massive thank you. The support on my recent videos has been absolutely incredible, and I really appreciate every one of you who watched, left a like, commented, and even subscribed. Making videos is quite time consuming, and I'm doing this on my own time, away from family and friends, away from work, sports, and even away from racing. So, this support is massively appreciated. It really keeps me motivated to continue to create, improve, and hopefully provide value to some of you. Again, thank you so much. You guys are absolutely amazing. All right, so without dragging on for too long, it had been a while since I wanted to make a video on Racecraft, as I feel LMU may not have the highest driving standards. This is partially due to the fact that the reporting system seems underutilized by both the players and Studio 397. But it is also due to the fact that LMU has a fantastic netcode which allows for close racing and intense battles. Don't get me wrong, this is probably one of the best quality LMU has to offer, but it also makes some drivers a little overconfident, leading to questionable overtaking scenarios. In other words, dive bombs. I've asked Google to tell me what the community thinks qualifies as a dive bomb and whether it is an acceptable overtaking technique. Here's what it had to say. In sim racing, a dive bomb is generally considered a risky and often frowned upon overtaking maneuver. While it can sometimes lead to successful passes, it frequently results in accidents or collisions due to delayed braking and a lack of control. The key issue is whether the driver attempting the pass has a realistic chance of making the corner without causing a crash. Now, do you agree with Google's definition of a dive bomb? This race that I'm about to share has a lot of battles and overtaking maneuvers, some good, some not so good. So let's have a look and see if we can learn a thing or two. Alright, so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. Okay, so I would like to start by saying that I really don't think I'm the best at racecraft, but I do try my best to stay clean and utilize proper overtaking maneuvers. Now we are all humans racing at hundreds of miles per hour, inches from each other, so sometimes shit happens. I get that. But I do think having the right approach for overtaking drastically minimizes the potential for causing a crash. Now let's have a look at the race start.
Green flag, green flag.
Dude,
You're on the left, 3 wide.
what was that position at the
Hold your
start,
line.
man?
Still there. Stay right.
Yellow flag.
Oh, they killed themselves. Alright.
It looks like Adrian has gone off in La Source. Green flag, sector 1.
So if we look at the replay, we can see the BMW trying to squeeze in, but doesn't leave enough space for the Aston Martin on the turn-in, which caused them to collide and makes the BMW spin. Not sure what happened exactly at the start, because I don't feel like I overtook anyone, and I'm P11, which is really weird. Anyways, I'll have to relook at this. Someone is out. They got back. Oh, he went wide behind. quite a bit of fighting in front.
Yellow flag.
Car right.
We
Yes,
think
nice
De
forced
Jong
your way.
has gone off in turn 13.
Still there. Clear right.
Green flag in sector 2.
That was
It's fine, mate.
pretty
It's just
big
a scrape.
dive bomb, buddy. Wow. So if we look at the second dive bomb, I have to admit that I kind of left the door open. I was surprised that he sent his car like this because he was kind of behind me at the braking marker. But he did position his car on the inside lane, so I should have protected or defended my position a little better. But I realized this a little too late, and as you can see, he's right there making the apex when I'm trying to turn in. So I'm forced to take a wider line of exit, and we even touch a little bit. So this is very borderline in terms of dive bomb. It's close to being legal, I would say. It's not too bad. There was not too much damage caused from it. We both continued on with our race. So I guess it's kudos for him, but it made me realize how aggressive this guy was going to be for the whole race. And we're going to see later that this kind of behavior kept on happening. So I had to
Wow.
change my approach with defending against him. Yeah, this guy, Capella, we have to watch out for him. He's
That time was a
behaving quite
2:32.
dangerously, if you ask
12:54.
me. They're gonna kill each other. Here I'm noticing that he stepped on the brake, so I tell myself that I will probably have enough speed at the end of the
All
straight
right, all
to
right.
maybe attempt an overtake.
On your right.
Here I'm gonna draw your attention to the radar and encourage you to use it,
Still
as
there.
this is a really good tool to know your position relative to
Clear
your
right.
opponent as you are
Well
approaching
done,
a
keep
corner.
We think that Racing has crashed in Les Coupes. Okay, Jay. The next car is Diesel. Green
I
flag.
did in fact carry more speed into the straight, so the Corvette will take a defensive position on the inside and I will go on the outside. As we approach the braking marker, I realize my car is a little ahead of him, so I decide to try my best and keep that position for the next corner. If we look at it in slow motion, we will see that my car is a full length in front of him once we get to the point of turning towards the apex. So I decide to try my chance and cut in a little bit, still leaving a little bit of space, but not too much to maximize my exit position. But unfortunately, we touch a little bit, but
Flag
nothing
sector
too
2.
bad happened here. So overall, pretty good. I think I had earned my position there. So we end up, on
Car
top with
right.
this one.
Hold your line. Clear right.
Dude, man, this guy in the Corvette.
Nice one.
Ugh.
Car ahead is Baloney.
At this point, I really felt like I needed to distance myself from the Corvette, so I will shift my focus on trying to have the fastest laps possible and try to get away from him. Come on. Can we catch up on the guys in front? Skipping a few laps ahead, I now find myself very close to the McLaren in front. So I shifted my focus on trying to have the best exit speed possible before the straight so that I could be in a good overtaking
Intense fighting,
position
guys.
once we
Intense
get to the
fighting.
end of the
We're
straight at the
all
bus
very,
stop
very close
chicane.
in terms of.
Ace. So Overtaking is extremely difficult. Don't put yourself in front of me!
Hold your line. Clear right.
Whew, sorry for the bad
Alright,
words,
Jack, the
guys,
next
but
car is Maloney.
I thought this guy was pushing me in the grass.
Lap 2, 23.85.
Car
Oh,
right.
nice dive bomb, buddy.
Hold your line.
Oh my
Still
god.
there. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear right.
You picked up some minor aero damage.
Nice track cut, buddy. This Corvette guy, man, he's the king of dive bombs, let me tell you that. The king of dive bombs. So would you guys say this was a dive bomb? Let's look at the replay and see what happened. The reason why I think this one qualifies as a dive bomb and is a good example of what you should try to avoid doing is due to the fact that when we cross the braking marker, which is the 100-meter board in this particular example, the Corvette driver is actually behind me and hits the brake at the braking marker as well. The only difference is that in the slow motion, we can see that instead of keeping the normal racing line, which is to stay on the left as long as possible to get a good cornering angle and exit speed, he starts to moving under braking towards the inside, compromises his entry, but it allows him to show his nose in between myself and the apex, which because I was very aware of my surrounding, I saw that happen. So I didn't fully turn in because in that case, it would have caused a collision. We still collides a little bit, but the thing is, he would have missed his exit completely had I not been there. This particular example is really good for demonstrating that the only way he was able to make that corner is because he came and leaned on me. He basically bumped me two times, which gave him that rotation to kind of make the corner. And now the Aston is catching me, huh? Okay, I have to focus
Just
now. I lost my concentration a little bit. Whoa!
Brake temperatures are fine. Okay, Jay, don't let this guy distract you.
Alright. Can we catch back up? Come on. This guy's gonna accumulate track cuts, no?
Stay close.
Time
See if we can sample him. E9.
2:22.71.
Track limits. That's 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes.
boy. Here we're gonna see the Corvette guy having a moment, which will open the door for us to get
Hold your
side
left.
by side for the next two corners.
Still
We
there.
even have the inside for the
Still
second
there.
corner, but unfortunately, we will not
Hold
be
your
able
line.
to come out on
Yellow
top of
flag
this one,
sector
so we
3.
will just tuck
Hold your line.
ourselves
Clear
back
left.
in.
We can see Diesel has gone off in the chicane. Green flag in sector 3.
Oh my
Brakes
god!
are getting a bit hot.
Intense fighting with this guy though. Pretty clean. I mean, I didn't really appreciate his dive bombs. Here I'm trying to distract him by flashing my lights and taking a different racing line in an attempt to maybe make him make a mistake,
Left
and
side.
that is exactly what happened.
Clear left.
Oh! I made him make a mistake. Can we keep that now?
Time 2:23.05.
Right side. Still there.
Unfortunately, this lap
your
will
line.
be very difficult for me as the
Clear right.
Corvette guy will stay within striking distance, and knowing that he is so aggressive, I will be forced to take the defensive lines for pretty much every
Chemical
corner,
warning. Keep it
which
tidy,
is
please,
really
Joe.
not ideal for us trying to create a gap.
Car left. Hold your line. Clear left.
Just ignore him, he'll go away.
With all this pressure, I ended up missing my braking marker, completely overshooting the
Hold your
corner,
right.
and opening the door for
Oh,
both the
man.
Corvette
Hold
and
your
the
line.
Aston
Clear
Martin
right.
X. This is a good example that
Car
when you
right.
apply the pressure,
Clear right.
you can create
Car
situation where
right.
your
Clear right.
opponent will make mistakes, opening up the door for you. This is the safest way to actually attempt an overtake.
2 minutes to go. 2 minutes.
Oh man, really? That's way too bad. I have to admit that the guy in the Corvette, he's pretty good. Now I can only hope that they make a mistake.
Car ahead is Chris.
Wow. Here,
Oh
the
boy,
Corvette makes the same
almost
mistake
lost
for
it.
the second lap in a row, which allows us to overtake him. And as we are starting the
Left side.
final lap of the race, we are
Still there.
approaching T1, and we are
Still
expecting
there.
him
Clear
to
left.
try another dive bomb, which is exactly what happened, but this time we are better prepared and shut the door.
Right
You're gonna
side.
try to
Clear
squeeze
right.
yourself, huh? Unbelievable, man.
Car left. Still there. Clear left. Left side. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear left.
You cut the track. Keep it nice and tidy.
All right. So if we summarize the racecraft takeaways seen in this race, 1. Be careful at the start of a race. Brake earlier and make sure to leave
Boy's
enough
getting
space for
wide.
cars around you. You won't win a race at turn 1. 2.
Fastest lap
Don't
for
send your
racing,
car inside a
2:21.16.
corner, forcing your way through, if you are more than a car length behind at the braking marker. 3. Avoid moving from your race line under braking if you are defending. 4. Try to set up an overtake one corner in advance by prioritizing exit speed before a straight.
This is the final lap. I
5.
guess so.
Make sure you are
Hold your
side by
breath.
side
Good.
or in a clear overtaking position
Oh boy.
before making the attempt. 6. Make sure to use your mirrors and radar to stay aware of your surrounding at all times. 7. Be mindful of opponents' behaviors and try to anticipate certain moves. 8. Use distraction techniques to potentially cause mistakes. Alright, guys, there you have it. Those are my tips to improve on Racecraft.
8th place.
I hope
And
that you
there's the
found this
finish. Good
helpful.
result, mate. Well
Thank
done.
you so much for watching. Until next time, take care.
Nice fighting, guys. Nice fighting. That was a fun race, though. That was a fun race, yeah.